Hello everyone, welcome to codingscientist.com. This is a brand new series, a zero to hero series called World of Sensors. So let me give you a quick background guys. In one of my earlier series, probably couple of series, I showed you how to hook up your Arduino Mega or Arduino Nano to the breadboard, right? We were using breadboards and bunch of sensors I showed you, and we used to use these jumper wires to do the circuit wiring using the breadboard. So that is how we used to build projects and write our C++ code using Arduino IDE and load it into the Arduino UNO or Arduino Mega and make things work. However, we used to face a lot of issues in terms of using these kind of breadboard when it comes to wiring, right? It becomes really cumbersome, and sensor keeps disconnecting and lose wires, lose connection, power not getting distributed properly and stuff like that. So in this particular series I'm going to show you a kind of a sensor expansion board, right? We will be using a sensor expansion board for both Arduino UNO and Raspberry Pi. So I'm going to cover part of Raspberry Pi as well in terms of how to hook up the sensors using the expansion board, and write some Python programming and stuff like that at a later stage. To start with, we will use Arduino UNO and the sensor expansion board from a company called Grow. So I bought this kit from Grow. You can buy it from Amazon, or you can search in Google called Seed, SEE Seed Studio, right? So they sell pretty good sensor kits along with the expansion board, or you might also buy the expansion board separately from Amazon and use the existing sensor, but you will have to use these jumper wires again, right? So that gets little tricky, but you can still follow my lessons to hook up your sensors and stuff. So let me quickly go over and show you what kind of kit I have, the sensor kit, so that you folks will have an idea. So this is the Grow creator kit. Basically comes with about 40-45 sensors, and we also get a pretty good this is the expansion board I'm talking about. So you can directly push it on top of Arduino UNO. So I also bought a original version of Arduino UNO instead of a clone version. So the way we are going to fix it, so this particular board, just watch me carefully how I'm going to hook it up, right? So if you see, one end has got more number of pins and the other end has got less number of pins. So obviously you can easily match with your Arduino UNO. So the less number of pins will come in here, right, like this. So you have to just hook the first pin and the first pin on the left like this. It should sit here properly aligned. Before pressing, you need to double check both the sides so that the pin doesn't come out, or else you might end up damaging. So you can see it here, slightly very mild push, and both the side you have to just probably adjust it a little bit with your thumb and try to push it slow and firm like this. Great. So both the sides are perfectly sitting. So there you go. So you have the entire Arduino UNO microcontroller and the sensor expansion board sitting on top. This is pretty neat guys, perfect, isn't it? And then this kit also comes with a ton loads of sensors. I have almost 35-40, I think more than 45 sensors, different varieties of sensors. And these cables, you can directly, for example, these types of cables, you can, one side of the cable connects to your one of the sensors, and this, in case you are using your breadboard, you can hook it up to the breadboard, or alternatively there are multiple other cables, for example, oops, for example these kind of cable, it hooks up to your expansion board on the one side, and the other end goes to your sensor. So it makes life much more easier. We can build loads of projects using this, and we will see where we you know make progress. So what I'm going to do, guys, so what I'm going to do starting from this lesson, this includes the introduction, and we will start with one simple exercise, right? So make sure that go ahead and procure these sensors even if you don't have the Seed Studio Grove kit. That is fine. If you have the existing sensor, you can just simply use these kind of jumper wires. That's absolutely fine. You can use these jumper wires. The other end, you can hook it up to the sensor correct wiring. I'm going to show you the circuit for each sensors, how to hook it up and which pin to hook it up. You can still follow these lessons and use breadboard. The logic is the same. I'm just going ahead with the expansion board because it makes very easy and very quick to prototype and run your code and read the sensors and kind of thing. So this particular series, Zero to Hero series, is absolutely dedicated for those who are beginners, right? At the same time, it's bit important to understand C++ programming, especially using Arduino sketches. So those of you who do not have any understanding on C++, go ahead and take up one of my series, C programming on Arduino Mega. So you can follow those, or there are loads of other tutorials. Learn and come back to this lesson, because I am not going to walk you through line by line code. I'm going to show you the code which is part of my GitHub. You can take the code. I will show you from where to fetch the code, how to connect the sensor, how to program it using my codes and make it work, right? So that is all about world of sensors. All right, so let's move on, guys. So the first lesson is going to be, let's say I'm going to hook up a simple button where we will read some of the inputs, and we will take it forward from there. So just give me a minute. I'll just pull out the correct sensor, and I just found, let me just pick this up. Okay, so here's the small, it's a button kind of, it's a simple push button, guys. You have to hook up this wire. It's pretty simple. It's a Grove kind of plug. You just have to hook it up. So basically what we are going to do is we will just build a very simple circuit. So button is basically a momentary push button, right? So it contains one independent momentary on or off. Either it can be on or off button momentary. So momentary means what? So momentary means that the button rebounds on its own after it is released. So that is why it's called momentary. As soon as you press and leave it, it just rebounds. That is on and off. The button outputs a high signal when pressed. That means when you press it, you are sending a signal of 1, right? And the low when released. When it comes out, when you release the button, it's 0. Basically, that is low, right? The SIG mark, if you look at the board here, it's marked as SIG, and even on the sensor, even on each button, you can see SIG marked with a silk layer, which stands for signal. SIG stands for signal. You got to understand this, right? It's a pretty basic, guys. It's very easy to understand. And NC stands for not used at all. So the NC mark of this particular sensor, the button sensor, it's not used. So there are basically two versions. I'll just share it with you. So if you look at the pictures above me, there are basically two different versions here, right? So this is how you are going to hook it up. On the left hand side, you can see I plug this particular switch into the port, into the expansion port, and you can also see two different versions of this particular switch. Both actually works the same, right? The only difference is the direction of the socket, the Grove socket. That's all that matters. So let me go ahead and hook it up. So we got to hook it up, this particular button, into a port called D2. So if you see carefully, there are D1, D2, D3, D4, everything is written. Let me just switch it over to my alternative camera so that you guys can see very clearly. Okay, so this is what it is. So let's hook it up in D3. So where is D3? It's here. This is D3. It's mentioned as D3. So we have to, let me check if it is D2 or D3. We can change in the code. Actually, I can change in the code anytime. I think it's right now the code what I have written is on D2. So let's move on to, let's fix this to D2. So this is D2. It's clearly written. If you can see very closer to the camera, I'll just move it around. You can see it's written D2, right? So you have to push this sensor port like this. It's the other way around, yeah, like this, right? And till you get that click noise, it's perfect. Okay, now what you got to do, obviously you need to connect your USB port. So this is my serial port and on the other hand I'm going to connect to my USB of my laptop, and I can hear the happy little sound, and you can see there is a light glowing, a beautiful little small inbuilt LED which comes as part of your expansion board, sensor expansion board, and your Arduino UNO is booted up inside. You can see the lights, so which is good. Now let's move on to write some code and see what happens. All right, so give me a second, let me open up my Arduino IDE. Before moving on to Arduino IDE, guys, I want to show you, I want to just walk you through where I stored all the codes for this particular Zero to Hero series, right? Most of you, those of you who are following my series, know about my GitHub account. So you can just, I'll just share my desktop. You can just open up my GitHub account, and we will take it forward from there. So let me just see GitHub. Let me open my browser. I hope you guys can see. So if you go to my GitHub account, so this is my account, github.com/anbukumar-maker, right, /Arduino sensor projects. So this is the link. I'm going to leave this link at the bottom of this video, so you can go to this link, and I have documented all the codes here. There are two sections, guys, right? One is the code. You also need multiple libraries for upcoming exercises which I'm going to show you, for upcoming lessons on various sensors, right? So you need to go to my GitHub again. There is another section called Arduino sensor libraries, right? So this is the section within my GitHub. Okay, you can search for, you go to my GitHub account and you can search for Arduino sensor libraries. I had put in all the libraries here, so you don't have to really search for the libraries in Google and then download all those things. Sometimes it's a pain. You might get lost. You might get into multiple different types of library for the same sensor, so you might be confused, right? So I had picked up the correct library which works perfectly, and these are all the libraries. You can just download one by one, or you can just go ahead and download the entire zip file. So for now, let's move on to the lesson number 1, which is button. So I'm going to click here, click on button, and then what you need to do, you can go to raw. Okay, go to raw, and you can copy this entire code, Control A, then Control C, and then come to Arduino IDE. This is the code which I already pasted for lesson number 1, button. So I am going to load this code. I will show you what you need to do is go to tools, go to boards, and then in board, Arduino AVR boards. Okay, select Arduino UNO. Once you select UNO, and then again you need to go to boards, go to port. I am connected to COM6. Yours might be different, so just keep a note, guys, whichever the COM you are connected to, COM port. Okay, now let's load the code. Upload, and let's give it a minute. It's compiling, Sketch is compiling, so it's easy to understand this code. If you go through my Arduino Mega C++ programming on Arduino Mega lessons, you can easily understand it. There are explanation for each lines of code, the number of LED pin, the variable declaration for push buttons, and then initialize the LED pin as an output. All this explanation is well written in these codes, so you can go ahead and understand, take a note. If you want any help, you can message me, you can reach out to me. I'll be glad to help you. So all this code explanation for each line, for every exercise I'm going to give the explanation, which is already well written. So I'm going to share those codes. You can, you can pick it up and you can learn. Compiling sketch. Okay, uploading. It's uploading and it says it's done uploading. Let me try to push this button and see if anything happens. I don't see anything happening. Whether it's in D2, no idea. Okay, let me run the serial monitor. I don't think there's a serial monitor. Serial print command. Okay, D1, D2, let me check. LED pin 13, there is nothing happening, it's kind of weird. Okay, so it's supposed to dim and dip. Alright, so that's the output we generally get. So give me a second. So let me just go and share it with you, the circuit, and let's see what happens. So if you press this button, can you see it's dimming and dipping, right? It's dim and dip, dim and dip. If you see the LED inside, can you see it inside the Arduino below the sensor port? Okay, so it's a pretty simple exercise. Since it was just an introduction part, so I thought it's very important for you guys to understand what we are going to learn. There are multiple sensors, as I showed you, right? There are loads of sensors, almost about 50 different sensors, collection of 50 different sensors I have. I'm going to talk about every sensor, what it does, how to hook it up, what kind of code, how to make it work, and kind of thing. So it's going to get interesting, guys. So let's quickly see if we can just give me a minute. Just give me a minute. Oops, by mistake I clicked this. Anyways, that's not a problem. So guys, so go ahead and keep the sensors ready, and we will progress with the next lesson. This was just a pretty high level introduction about the sensor port and what kind of different sensors what I have and what I'm going to show it to you. So stay tuned. I'll be back soon in the next lesson with a pretty interesting sensor. Goodbye.